moving on. We should go for the next thing because that needs to get out of my mouth immediately.
Have you ever, if he had a nickel, every time you said that, it has to get out of my mouth immediately. Have you ever heard anything from the Robe about White Dog? Have they ever even had a sample?
I don't even think they've ever heard of White Dog.
Well, you should, next time you have the honor of their presence.
Of the Robes?
Yeah, so what would we try next for this show, Neat? What are we going to do?
I believe we're going for the Woodenville Bourbon.
Okay. And this one, I mean, obviously we've both seen it many times.
Yes. There's like 3 different...
Here, hold that where you want it, sort of.
Get it up in there so you guys can take a look.
Yep. Yeah, they have a couple different... There's a bourbon,
proof.
Which that's bourbon. They have, I think, a rye, which once it's, over 51%, it's not a bourbon.
Right.
But yeah, Washington State is where that comes from. Apparently it is not sourced. They do a special thing with the barrels from what I was reading online and on the bottle. Apparently they leave the barrels outside for a prolonged period of time before they char them. So the wood in the barrels, or that the barrels are made out of, get more matured without the char first, or something to that effect. I'm, beating around the bush a little bit here, sort of, but we're trying to figure it out. So,
right.
And it's from Washington State, but like I said, bourbon has to be in the United States, not just Kentucky. Kentucky's the home, the heart, but we'll give it a shot. Something about Cascade Mountain, something.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
That smells really good, and it could be because the most recent thing that I smelled was the White Dog.
That's very true. That's very true.
So anything will taste better than that by comparison.
It's gonna follow up well. I don't know how I can't. Here, you pour first this time.
I might even be able to drink Jefferson Aged at Sea after that.
That would be interesting. Okay, Jefferson's Aged at Sea in one glass, or White Dog in another.
No.
And somebody's like, "Here's $50. You got to drink one." Or whatever your price point is.
I will give that $50
I'm a
back.
Cheap whore. All right, I'll do another shot of that for $5 if we were monetized. Because I'll give
you $5 to do a whole shot.
Oh, I could do a whole shot. Absolutely. I'm driving home. We're not doing it today. All right, but I would do it. It's not. It's awful, but it's not.
It's awful alone. It's not horrible, but we got to stop talking about it.
Right. That's right there with Aged at Sea as far as the bar by which the low bar is set. Which we've also decided that we're gonna try to come up with a rating system.
Like a 5-point rating system.
We're gonna not rate this. This is not.
It's not a bourbon. It's not even a bourbon, really.
No, it's the beginning of a bourbon, but it hasn't been aged for 4 years.
It's true. So we've got. Yeah.
We were thinking the high is 5.0, the low is 0.0.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes into the negatives, I don't even know what that means.
That's not good.
That would be poor for us. So, anyway.
All right.
Nonetheless.
Pour some out for one's homies.
All right. You did this, right?
I've got it. I'm good.
All right.
I got some.
We will give the Woodenville.
It hugs the glass, which means there's a little bit of sugar content in there, which should be if it's made mostly corn.
Right.
So. Smells much better.
It's hard not to smell better, but it's true. It does smell a lot better. What interests me too is on other podcasts you see. Now again, we've told you that we're sort of new at this as far as what we're doing and stuff. I don't have that where they'll be like, "Ooh, I smell a caramel nut cluster with a hint of cherry perfume or something." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I love the people who are like, "That's got some earthy tones." Like, who's eating dirt?
They'll name 13 things off, you too, and you're like, what the hell, really?
Well, there's one bourbon that I tried with my dad that it's got 30 different tones and notes that people can distinguish, and I'm like, 30? What is this, a Baskin Robbins?
Yeah, I don't. And how much, as you drink, how much easier does it get to be like, I taste marshmallows, caramel, sugar, and Sour Patch Kids, and
Sour Patch. There's blueberry Sour Patch in here, you guys.
It's made from bits of real panther.
That's how you know it's good.
That's right. It's illegal in 49 states or whatever he says in Anchorman.
Oh, that's so much better.
That's not bad at all. As far as
compared to that,
I should have at least. I didn't even cleanse. Did you cleanse? Okay, I didn't.
So, it's still got a little bit of burn. It's a 90 proof. Mm-hmm. So it's warm down here. It's not warm in the mouth.
Bourbon also has to be 80 proof. When it's bottled, it has to be 80 proof or higher. It cannot be... and therein lies the flavor thing I mentioned before. Mm-hmm. If you ever see whether it's Jim Beam or Crown Royal or whatever, and it's apple and it's peach and all those things, they're always about 60 or 70 proof. Bourbon has to be 80 proof or higher. Anyway.
But yeah, no, it's much better than that by comparison, but it's not my favorite. It's still good.
Right.
It's a bourbon.
Right.
But yeah, and on the second sip, I mean, it's not as flavorful as some other ones I've tasted.
For the transparency of it all, I think it was $30-ish, $35-ish maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's not. I don't ball out. Like 50s is the highest I've gone yet. I've yet to buy a bottle that was $59.99 or more ever.
So there is one that we will be tasting that is
more than that.
Yes.
Yes.
In the near future, there's one that we have that's a very rare bottle that I can't find again, and it was over $100 to buy it. And the only reason I bought it was because I had a gift card.
Right. It was his birthday. Well, you know, I mean, it's a nice gift. Yeah, absolutely.
But
so. We did know. Are we finishing with this at the end of this?
Yes.
With E.H. Taylor that we talked about and we mentioned the hood sliding like Bo Duke. That's from some country song, by the way. That's why I said that. Like somebody runs out of their house in some country song and they were like, he's hood sliding like Bo Duke, like from the Dukes of Hazzard. So
I appreciate country music.
Right.
I don't listen to it. I don't hate
what
it.
do you listen to? Are you like metal or are you more like just rock or old school rock or pop rock or?
So.
I don't know.
I'm in the generation where anything in like that, like 2000s, like punk emo era was good, like Jimmy Eat World, that kind of stuff.
Who?
Exactly.
Name somebody I would know.
Blink 182.
Oh, right up. Right. Chris Fry just went to a concert last week. Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah.
They're neither bare naked nor ladies. Discuss.
And it's so awesome, yeah. Let us know how you feel about that. We have no say or anything to do with bare naked ladies.
Duran is neither a Duran nor a Duran.
What it was. If Nicole watches this, she's going to be pissed. She loves Duran. So she's gonna give us grief about this, but that's okay. A friend of ours from where I work, and he used to work. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, I guess we can start rating, because that is a bourbon.
I originally thought maybe we should have a piece of paper and write it together so we didn't know what the other one said first, so there's no and then be like boom and you'd be like, oh,
I mean, we
don't have to do that now. It was just a thought that I had. It doesn't make any difference.
We can do that next time. I didn't bring paper.
I have paper here.
I brought ice.
We're in your house.
I know.
You tell me there's not paper.
You think I'd have paper? I don't even have a printer anymore.
I think there's paper in this house.
I have a phone.
I think there's paper.
There's no paper
in this house. Well, we could do that too. We could just put a number down and then turn our phone around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's fine too.
I'm gonna put my number down.
Are you?
You already know it. So
it's on the bathroom walls. So you know.
Oh, I got a magic paper fairy.
And our lovely assistant.
Thank you, Magic Paper Fairy.